Welcome to this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is brought to you by BeSimply.
Stars, trees, clouds, and the moon. They all have a meaning and they look just like you.
Soul, Silence, and Sound. I want to thank you all for being here in this moment. And I want to note that we're recording this a little bit later on a Wednesday versus a Sunday based on our lunar cycle, this lunation. Sometimes that will happen based on what's happening in my world, in my rhythms. So always just keep checking back. If you're subscribed on one of the platforms, you'll see it pop up when it's ready. So as we move further into this lunation, I want to share something really powerful and something for you to connect with just for yourself. And you all are a spectrum of light. And if you look out in the sky when it's raining, you might see a rainbow, or if you're watering your garden, you see that spectrum of light. Now, in society, as we know it today, there has been a lot of manipulation around something that's so natural and is you are a prism of light, that sometimes it can get, I don't know, you can pick up something that you like or dislike and then call it bad or good, and you create duality by doing this. So just like with the lunations, rather than follow maybe an overarching theme placed by anyone on you on incoming lunations and certain energetic alignments, I encourage you to really connect deeply to the spectrum of light, because the spectrum of light, as it meets all of us, is refracting and expressing itself in all directions. And so it's not stagnant. And even in yogic terms, when we look at the chakra system, that people might think of it as it's constricted, but it's fluid. It's just what you decide to constrict within your physical temple that can cause an obstruction or a hindrance. And so if you allow yourself to be more fluid with your dynamic nature, I think you'll have some fun with this. And you'll notice when there is debris in your physical body, this some accumulation of vibrating particles that comes together and expresses itself as you in this moment in space. You'll notice as you go through the spectrum where your mind gets pulled or where your thoughts go, and it's a powerful practice. And then the other thing that I want to encourage you is based on your faith, and this might be a little bit more of a big ask from me, but I figure if you're listening to me, it won't be too huge. But based on your faith, some people have an opposition to science sometimes. They have an opposition to things that come from other parts of the world, and they can devalue them or shame them or segregate from them or even label them as something nefarious. And remember that all energy has no opinion, has no emotion. It's this physical temple that creates the experience that we're having in this density. And those imprints that we decide to have carry forward in our eternal being. So you get to actually decide what you want to accumulate in your eternal being and what you want to connect to and magnetize through your spectrum of light. And so if you spend your time spending your days, I'll say, or the revolutions with the sun and the moon focused on certain things, it could actually accumulate in a way where it'll diminish your energetic field, versus if you spend your days really feeding your energetic field so that you can stay in this frequency. that is aligned and calibrated with your eternal being. And that's going to be unique to each and every one of us. However, the spectrum of light is a constant that is there to assist you if you so to choose, as are the elements in nature. And so as this relates to religion, and I've been thinking a lot about this, I'll probably write a short story about it. I already have it kind of outlined in my head. But many people put people down based on their belief systems or the theological studies, or have fear around other people's faith. I've encouraged you all, and I'll encourage you again, that is not for the benefit of all or each and every one of you. If you can trust in your faith and that you arrived here and you had certain parents that maybe gave you an experience within faith, within nature, within science, within nothing, whatever your destiny was, that if you can trust in that aspect, because it was, and it is, and then where you've been led along the way is part of your adventure in this life. And to shame anyone because maybe they dropped in on Islamic faith, or someone dropped in a Christian faith, or someone dropped in on Eastern practices, whatever it might be, that was your destiny. And then if your eternal being all of a sudden re-engages with something that was not part of your nucleus as your immediate birth family, that is part of your destiny. And so I think as fellow brothers and sisters, if we can allow for each other to, one, have our own experiences and really hold back from displacing your fears or your confusion or your ideology on others, because it will continue to evolve. We are these eternal beings, so based on what we are co-creating as a society, it's all going to shift. However, in this world system, we have a spectrum of light, which is so amazing. And that light is with us and can inform us, as can the elements which run through your physical temple and our ecosystem around us. So today, as you go into the meditation, I'm going to lead you in, and I really encourage you to connect with this field of energy. And I think this is where a lot of confusion has rested, because there's been so much adaptation theologically worldwide. And I would say most of the traditional leaders that I've met in all different expressions would say that everything is degraded. So that means that what you may be attracted to is not in its highest form. However, it's inviting you in to get to know it. And that's why I've been thinking about this a lot, because I'm very much a meritage of many things, and they are a part of my soul. I can't separate from them. I don't want to separate from them. And they are in the highest frequency as I deepen my relationship with them. And so, when someone, for example, goes through maybe a difficult period in their life, sometimes a faith can actually help them, will give them that metaphorical and or literal resurrection in that moment. And so there's a deep gratitude and almost a codependency that can immediately occur, because the person feels so much gratitude for being saved. However, that is a starting point, and then it's one's destined point maybe to have that beautiful moment, but then to understand what it means and to take time and space to learn what that means. It's very similar even in indigenous tribes, where they have very specific ceremonies which include prayer and communion with all that is and is not. When they administer some of the medicines, that's very sacred, and that information comes in similar to how someone might feel that they've gone through a salvation, that it comes in and it's so special, and it's going to take space to fully understand what that means. And all I can say from my perspective is that this road leads in many directions and leads us to this similar place that runs through our heart, and that's love. And the divinity exists everywhere. It feeds and runs through everything. And when you, as a spectrum of light, want to engage with the world in that manner, trust me that things that you do not want to participate in can and will dissipate, because they can't stand in that energy if they are not calibrated to where you are. It's magnetism, whatever you might want to call it in this moment, but it's really a vibration and a magnetism at the same time. And then if you've had the opportunity to go liquid, it's even beyond that. Which that's why that can serve. But when the ego gets attached to that and wants to prove what the ego thinks it knows and doesn't receive the medicine at the deepest level, then one will be destined to learn about that. And that's why if you have these breakthrough awakening moments, it's good to hold those close to your heart and give yourself the space to understand them and unpack them and be willing to reorient your relationship to them. Because more than likely when they happened, there was an attachment and a suffering in such a way that it's easy to get sticky with that grasping towards this really magical and miraculous moment. So as it relates to the spectrum of light, which people might know as a chakra system, and for all of those out there that practice any faith that feels like this is not okay, I would encourage you to go talk to your religious or spiritual leader and talk to them about why you cannot relate to the spectrum of light. And then if you want to learn more about it, maybe I'll do an in-depth workshop on that. If people would like to participate, just send me an email or a comment below on one of these platforms and we'll put that together. But today I want to lead you in this because right now while we're confused as a society, it's a great opportunity to reorient. And when I go and work with my students or clients at a clinic or my one-on-one clients/students, I'll remind them that you have these receptors. You receive and you give. You receive and you give. Your yin energy is your cup to receive, and your masculine energy is your yang energy to give. Your heart is the divine running through each and every one of you and intersects with your eternal being, which also intersects with the spectrum of light. So if we draw that on the center of your body, you have a ball of energy that goes in all directions, not just vertical, not just horizontal. And that's divinity expressing it and accessing you through your heart center in all things. And then from there, from the earth below to the metaphorical and or literal heavens above, you have your oscillating force that is you. And that carries a very specific and unique information about who you are, not only in this moment, but from the past to the future, depending how much you have kept with you. We encourage you to clear that out, clean out the rooms so you are traveling with a light, energetic field. And then from there, you have these fields like the rainbow you see in the sky, these fields of energy that are running through your eternal oscillating force and your physical body. And then beyond that, we have this infinite amount of space that allows us to dance with the non-dualistic concept of divinity, where all things are and all things are not. And when one accesses that space, there comes a responsibility, yet it's quite effortless when you're there. It's retaining it when you come back into your physical suit. The blessing is you have your eternal wisdom keeper with you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move up through your rainbow that's in your body. And that one thing before we do that, I want to share that in this moment in a society where it's degraded, where it's like, what the heck's going on? That all these things have been co-opted to confuse people, to create duality, to create division. However, they don't belong. The spectrum of light doesn't belong to anyone. It doesn't represent things that have been labeled with it that are positive or negative, meaning they're building or diminishing. Sure, anyone can utilize it if they so do choose. However, it is a part of something that's beyond each and every one of us. And so if you can treat it as something so sacred, that it's not something to grasp at or identify with in a way that you were trying to lock yourself in with it in this moment in space, that you can be fluid with it. And that's why plant medicines are beneficial to people, especially if they have an intense propensity to grasp and can't even have impulse control around that grasping. So with that being said, I will do another segment on plant medicines, and please consult myself or someone else before just diving in blindly. So with that being said, let's migrate into an upright seated position, because we're going to enter this in a little bit slower fashion today, and we're going to connect to your spectrum of light. And this is a daily practice if you wish to add to meditation, but like we're going to do right now, to receive and then to bring it up and beyond, and then bring it back down. And in this moment, I just want you to harness a single word or feeling or emotion that feels like so sacred to you. It could be something like love. It could, whatever, I don't want to say too much, but it could be whatever you want and whatever you feel very deeply, like it's so sacred to you, and maybe you don't fully understand it, but you want to know more. And keep it being outside of a theological representation. Keep it to something that you can engage with, embody, and so forth, meaning that you don't want it to be a person, place, or thing. Keep it to an adjective or a feeling. So with that being said, let's take a nice gentle breath in through your feet, and then exhale out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, I just want you to connect to the base of your spine. And I want you just to feel the flow of the earth's energy in and around and underneath that sit bone, and it expressing itself as a red ball of light, energy emanating in and around you, however it comes to your visual cortex. And then you're going to receive. You're going to receive that word that you maybe just popped into your head, or a few others. You're receiving. I'm just going to help us receive love throughout this whole process. You're receiving love from the earth's energy into your foundation, shoring up everything that you need to support your foundation, your basic needs, with love. And then if anything comes to your mind, just that doesn't feel like it belongs there, is not in the resonance of that word you're using and love, just imagine it blowing away, just effortlessly clearing out of the base of your spine and your legs and your feet. And then gently bringing your awareness to your hip region and feeling into just a beautiful body of water that is being illuminated by this orange light, similar to what happens at a sunset. And as you feel into that orange body of water and the purity, cyan blue is intersecting it. And then with the energy that you welcome yourself to receive, you're going to create love and creating that energy that you're welcoming into your sacral at the highest and best. This is your secret sauce, if you will. And then gently from there, you're just feeling into that resonance from the earth and the water, the red and the orange energy, as it's lifting up into your solar plexus, your stomach region. And I want you to feel yourself flow with the fire that's within you and the fire that exists in our sun and the stars. And then you're going to flow with the energy for this moment, love, and whatever you want to add with it. Feel that energy just warming your entire being, giving you a lift and a deep alignment with your destiny. And then gently from there, as you rise up into this divine sacred garden, feeling into the plants, the flowers, the trees, and feeling into this green essence that is everywhere in and around you and supports your entire being. And then there you're going to receive with your heart, and you're going to even love with your heart. You're going to love and whatever else that you're ready to welcome in. And then as you lift up from the earth and the water and the sun and the immense foliage and trees that we have in our ecosystem, you're going to bring that air up into your throat and you're going to infuse it every way that you communicate. You're going to carry the frequency of love and whatever else you want to share. Feel yourself really embody what it means to communicate from a place of love and that which you're ready to receive. And then gently from there, as you connect to the space around you, we're going to go into this field of indigo. We're going to open up our ability in our two-way radio to see and know, love, and whatever else you want to welcome in at this moment. And then gently from there, as you continue to see and you feel and you pull that energy up from the earth into the water to purify it, feeling its flow, its rhythm from your inner fire, infusing it with the divine and the energy of love and creating an alchemical relationship with the divine in your voice, welcoming yourself to see and the deepest and divinest purity from here to everywhere. And then gently from there, bringing that energy all the way up into your crown and connecting to your wisdom keeper, connecting to the expression of love and that which you're ready to receive in this moment. And welcome yourself to embody and practice at entering into mastery, a deeper mastery with your wisest aspect of self. And then from there, as you breathe up the entire spectrum of light, you're going to extend it out beyond into the nothingness, all that is the crystalline energy that's pure and clear and has no attachment. It allows all to be and can see beyond what is perceived in this moment. And then gently from there, as you connect to this alchemical space, I welcome you just to gently allow that to drop back down into that energy from beyond, to drop back down into your crown, into your wisdom keeper, helping nourish your wisdom keeper. And then from there, cleansing the eye, which you see beyond with, from here to there, sharpening your antenna and refining your discernment. And then gently from there, allowing that energy from beyond, the equanimity, the cosmic heart, just to cleanse your voice and refine that which you communicate with self and others. And then gently welcoming it to feed your heart and the divinity that participates in this dimensional field. Feeling it clear out any emotions or hindrances that don't serve you from the past or the present, paving the way for you to give that which you just received back out into the world around you. And then it drops down a little further into your inner fire. And you feel your flow go through an even more profound alchemical relationship from the cosmic to the physical expression as you prepare to give and practice with this love and whatever else you've been co-creating in this moment with me. And then gently from there, I'm going to drop into the sacral, into the waters, clearing the waters and your sacred space to create from with love, divinity, and whatever else that you are co-creating with in this moment. And then finally, you're going to allow that to fully drop through your root into the earth, purifying not only your physical temple, your energetic temple, your spiritual temple, your emotional temple, but also to clear and purify the space in and around you, within your home and your community. And then from there, like we did above, I want you just to release it into that sphere of crystalline divine energy, just letting it release and creating this field of energy around you that will only be exchanging these energies and frequencies that you just identified for yourself. So taking that love and whatever else you want to add to it, gently from there, taking a deep breath into this sphere of energy that always is with you and surrounds you and protects you. And then exhaling out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Another one, inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, keeping your awareness just simply on a focal point and or your breath as we go into the sound portion. sitting in silent meditation and allowing all to be released and refocusing anytime the mind, body, heart, or soul becomes distracted. gently from there, I welcome you to gently lean back and recline or move fully into Shavasana, a prone position on your back with your palms facing upward as we transition into receiving sound. As you settle in, just take a nice gentle breath into the heart and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then continue to follow your natural breathing pattern.
Vo
Taking a soft, gentle breath, breathing in and out of your heart center, gently breathing in and out. Again, inhale and exhale. Another one, inhale and exhale. And then gently from there, just breathing in and out. And just taking a moment to feel into your being right now. You can stay in the position that you're in. And when you're ready, you can rise up into a seated position. I really encourage you to give yourself some space out beyond when I exit out and even Kadri's song ends. That's why I add those on the end, just so you have a little bit more space before you move into the next. And so, if inspired, taking a moment just to deepen your understanding of what your soul calls you to receive and give to the world. This is a exchange that is kept really clean, and many tribal nations around the world understand this relationship with self and all that is. And when held at its purest, it's quite magical. And when it's released without grasping and obsession and wanting and yearning, it becomes even more magical. So it's a practice, and it's a daily attention to really connect and commune with your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual being, and how that spectrum of light touches each aspect of yourself is quite unique. Therefore, there will never be one size fits all. So before we sign out, I want to thank Random Rab, Dante Marino, Kadri Scott, and all of you for being here. And remember, you matter. This is Suzanne signing out with a full heart, a soft gaze, a gentle smile, a deep bow, and a namaste. Be simply.
Sun shines through my window to wake me up. Still smiling about 'Cause to me you're a sunbeam, and you can shine for miles. Yeah, to me you're a sunbeam, and you can shine for miles. The sun puts me to sleep as each day ends. See its colors in my dreams when I rest my head. Picturing your warm smile, that no storm could hide. 'Cause to me you're a sunbeam, and you can shine for miles. Yeah, to me you're a sunbeam, and you can shine for